end of a bloody week when 4 Armenian and reportedly 5 Azerbaijani soldiers died in what we have been told sabotage attacks, there's a fear in the international community that this may lead to something even more serious. We're going to talk to Artak Beglarian sitting in Stepanakert. Artak, you've lived through the previous war. What's the feeling now in Karabakh, and does this time feel more serious than the previous skirmishes?
I think this is again the time when Azerbaijan tries to show the international community that it doesn't want to agree with negotiations, with the results, or with the rules of negotiations, and tries to solve the Nagorno Karabakh conflict by armed forces. But I think it's not so serious. It's not more serious than the previous attacks, but the size of attacks are so repeated. And that's why I think that the pressure from international community to the Azerbaijan should be much more, and Azerbaijan should realize that there is no any armed solution for the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict, and the main guarantor of this peace should be the Armenian army, not the negotiations, because the Azerbaijanis don't respect the negotiations results, and that's why I think the Armenian army should react operatively and equally to all of the attacks of the Azerbaijani party to the Armenian borders or Armenian peaceful villages.
Artak, the war has greatly affected your personal life. You lost your father, who was a soldier, and then you lost your vision from a mine that was left in your yard in Stepanakert after the war. And today, on your Facebook page, you posted a letter addressed to Azerbaijan's President Ilham Aliev, calling for peace. What do you expect? What reaction do you expect from the Azerbaijani side?
Yeah, I lost my father in 1993 during the Artsakh conflict, Artsakh war, and in 1995 I lost my eyesight as a result of the war. That's why I think I have moral rights than many people from Armenia or from Azerbaijan to push peace or to ask peace from the parties, because I know the charge of the war and the peace. That's why I wrote to Ilham Aliev asking to end all the attacks to the Armenian parties, to the Artsakh Republic and the Republic of Armenia. And I don't expect any serious answer to my questions or to my letter, but I expect an answer, a frank answer from Ilham Aliyev. And the great aim of my letter was not to ask peace from Aliyev, because I know that it will not affect Aliyev's opinion or policy, but it was the great aim was to affect the Armenian and the Azerbaijani parties, societies, on their opinions, their views, that everyone needs peace here, and the peace is the great interest of all of us. But the main message of my letter was that if you continue to attack the Armenian villages and Armenian borders, I'm fully ready to go to the Armenian army and do every work, whatever the army generals give me, to protect my uh, homeland, my nation, and also to protect the peace in Armenia.
Artak, you've studied conflictology and you're a graduate of the UCL and you've lived through the conflict. And you're now sitting in Stepanakert. What's the mood in Karabakh now? What do you notice in people in Karabakh? And based on your conflict resolution skills, what does this tell you?
In Karabakh now the mood is like always is positive. I mean, everyone ready to both peace and both war, but they understand that now the Azerbaijani party conducts a policy, anti-Armenian policy, and this policy is comes from the authority of Azerbaijan, and in the society the anti-Armenian moods are very spread, and we understand that the war could be possible, and we are ready to to protect our homeland, both in peaceful situation and in armed situation. But as a conflictologist, I think taking into account these circumstances, especially the anti-Armenian moods in Azerbaijan, I think in short-term period we can't expect any serious moves in the peaceful resolution of the Nagorno Karabakh conflict. But fortunately, I think if Azerbaijan changes its policy and in long-term period the society changes its moods, its anti-Armenian moods, in that case maybe we can expect any peaceful resolution of the Nagorno Karabakh conflict.
Thank you, Artak. We were talking to Artak Beglarian from Stepanakert.
Thank you.